What's going on, guys? One Punch Man Season 2 is finally here. It feels like it's been such a long wait, but it is here, guys. I'm such a huge fan of the first season. I mean, almost everyone is because it's that awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room, which is the animation. Now, as many and almost everyone knows that the animation for season 2 has been bashed to hell. Like almost every anime YouTuber has talked about it in their own way, including myself, based on the trailers that we got a few weeks back. And actually watching this episode, seeing the characters in motion, seeing the new animation and art style of this new company, I have to say it's not the best. It's not like what we would expect from a follow-up of the amazing season 1, but it's not as bad. It's nowhere near as bad as I think everyone thought it would be. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the worst either. It can be choppy at times. Some of the action scenes seem to like skip into the next scene like super fast, almost like they didn't get finished animating some parts. But overall, it's not as bad as I think everyone was expecting it to be. It's no season 1 by any means, but I mean, you can tell which characters are who. You can tell Saitama. You can tell Genos is Genos. You can tell King is King. It's not as bad as I thought, but I don't know, maybe we'll still get some epic moments. Like there were some really cool animated effects, like when Genos was fighting that huge robot, and just the particle effects and the wind when Saitama was standing in front of him. It was pretty cool. And Saitama was like, hey, you need some help? And Genos was like, hey, no, I'm gonna be in the top 10 like you told me I need to aim for. And Saitama was like, okay, whatever, and just took off to do his own thing. That was pretty funny to me. Like Saitama is just so nonchalant. Like he showed no emotion at all this entire episode. It's really good to see our favorite Baldy back. But enough about the animation and whatnot. The actual episode, I think, was mainly to show us, of course, that One Punch Man is back, and also it's a setup because the ending of this episode showed some badass looking chick and Sonic coming for Saitama, even though we all know that's not going to go well. Like the badass looking chick, I forget her name, it's my first time seeing her. I don't read the manga, I'm sorry, so I don't know any of the new characters' names, but she has like psychic abilities. Maybe that can like hold Saitama, but physically, I don't see anyone holding a candle to him. And let's talk about King for a second. King is such a fucking troll, especially for someone like me who has not really read the manga. I mean, I kind of skimmed through it years ago. I totally forgot everything I read, and I don't think I like read it like seriously, like, oh, you know, I can't wait to see what happens next. But I honestly was not expecting King to not be what he portrayed himself to be. Like in the trailers, he looked badass, and I think that was supposed to happen for us anime only watchers to be like, okay, this guy King is about to whoop some ass. He says he has to use the bathroom because he can only use 50% of his power when he has a full bladder, or, you know, if he has to take a shit or whatever he had to do. But I was like, okay, this dude's about to show us something awesome, but he's just been running away from problems like his entire hero life. I was not expecting that because he looked so badass with the scar, the aura that he presented earlier in the episode. I thought maybe he was saying he didn't want to be a hero anymore, similar to how Saitama is kind of bored with fights because no one can give him a challenge. I thought that was kind of the same thing with King, but no, he's just not about that hero life at all, not in the least. And I do like how towards the end Saitama was like, are you going to keep lying, or are you going to actually do something about it? And he says, so if you are going to stay in this hero game, maybe you should actually try becoming stronger. So yeah, that scene, I think King may become badass, and just seeing Saitama and King hang out and playing video games is pretty cool. It's hilarious. I did not expect that at all, especially seeing the kind of game that King is interested in, like those kind of games. I was like, King, what's going on, man? Like, I was not expecting that King isn't strong at all twist. Like, he looks so badass. He's muscular. From, like I said, from the previews and his demeanor, he's number 7, and that also makes me think about the hero, like how the rating system that they have, like the number 1 hero and the top 10. Are they really all that impressive? If someone can like literally climb up to number 7 just by luck, is this whole hero system even, is it even worth it? Like, is it accurate? Obviously not if we got our man Saitama still in the B rank, because he deserves to be SSS. He deserves to be past number 1, like number 0, the Omni hero, because we all know what Saitama can do. So, I mean, he just hasn't shown it off like he has to us, but it's just, King got to number 7 in the top 10 just by dumb luck. And I did enjoy that flashback of how King got the scratches on his eye, and it turns out Saitama was actually the one who saved King from that incident. And it was pretty cool seeing King realize that that's who that was. Saitama was his savior all along. And I don't know, it's just a really cool reveal. I was not expecting that at all. And the guy at the end, I believe his name is Garo, or however you pronounce that. He looks really cool. I know a lot of people are hyped to see what he can do. At the end of this episode, they showed the opening, and I think he had like 1 red eye, and he was fighting Saitama, and they look kind of evenly matched. I didn't get a good look at the opening, so I couldn't tell if Saitama had like a serious face or if he was like in his nonchalant phase, but Garo looks like he's going to be able to produce some awesome action in this season, and I can't wait to see what's going on with that. And just the fact that Sonic can sneak into like a hero's meeting like that easily kind of makes me believe that this world of heroes isn't as, I'm not gonna say as important, because they do save people, they do a lot. There are some pretty strong heroes out there, but you would think that even if Sonic is super duper fast, that he shouldn't be able to crash a meeting of heroes. Unless I misunderstood that scene, I would think that, that wouldn't have happened. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. It was a great setup episode. We got to see some cool action from Genos versus that robot. Saitama didn't do too much this episode. He kind of gave King a talking to, maybe even inspired King, and we didn't even get to see him punch that huge bird because it came so fast. That's what she said. But it was missing his head. We know Saitama just demolished him, and it's a really cool, nonchalant way to show us that, hey, Saitama is still the boss. I believe King's apartment was like on the 22nd floor. Saitama got up there so fast, it looks like he teleported. He fucking punched a bird's head off so fast that King, I think he closed his eyes just for like a second or two, and it was already done. So I can't wait to actually see Saitama in action. Unfortunately, we didn't get that too much in this episode, but like I said, it's just the first episode, and it's obviously a setup episode. We're going to get some awesome action, and like I said, some of the action scenes looked really cool. Some of it did look kind of stiff, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm just going to enjoy the season. I'm going to enjoy more Genos, more Saitama. Hopefully King does start training. Maybe he actually starts the OP training regimen that Saitama did, even though it's just like sit-ups and whatnot. Maybe it works for King as well, and I can't wait to see what Garo can do. The opening looks awesome. There's a lot of characters in the opening that I have no idea who they are, and that psychic chick at the end that wants a piece of Saitama along with Sonic, she looks pretty badass. Can't wait to see what she can do. But we all know who Saitama is. I mean, nobody's really going to be able to mess with him. So tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you enjoy the animation? Was it as bad as you thought it was going to be? It's totally watchable for me. Like, I enjoyed the episode, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy the episodes that are going to come throughout this season. So I'm pretty cool with it. But tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.